Well, lots of action yesterday in the Golden Triangle. Lots of wind reports across the state of Mississippi. Lots of tornado reports as well. Quite a few tornado reports. In fact, we had a tornado touchdown in our Clay County in West Point yesterday. We are obviously still working on verification of what rating that was, but there are reports of damage. We have pictures of damage that we've seen with this tornado here in West Point yesterday. Certainly a dangerous day yesterday, but we also had a few positives if you want to think about it that way. We had some healthy rain totals across the region, up to 3 inches. I checked in Alabama, western Alabama yesterday, close to 4 inches in Lafayette, Alabama yesterday, but across the area, across our viewing area, at least 1 inch for most of us, maybe closer to 2 inches in some places such as Ackerman that got some locally heavier rain totals. So what the good news about that for us is that we had been dealing with drought conditions the past month, or about a month ago. The good news here is that we're now about 2 inches above average for the average amount of rain for this time of year. So lots to look forward to here, especially if you want to consider the fact that we now have this rain reserve or rain budget, if you want to think about it. So if you have maybe a gap in rain at any point over the next few months, we can kind of use up that reserve to keep those drought conditions at bay. So again, healthy rain totals, something to enjoy, barring the flash flooding and localized flooding that we did experience the other day. Now, right now in Starkville, 52 degrees right now. This is outside of Hilbin Hall on Mississippi State's campus. We did have some trees fall down yesterday. That was something of note, but overcast conditions, all bark and no bite at this point. We're not really expecting any rain showers or anything in the way of that, but just cloudy conditions. That's really going to keep temperatures down too as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures not going to increase too much as we get into that afternoon, close to dinner time hour. As we head into the early evening, about 4 p.m., we're going to get to maybe 62 in Columbus, 60 in Starkville, maybe the mid-50s, high 50s in some of our western and northwestern counties. But wherever you are, it's not going to be a particularly warm day, but it's not going to be a particularly cold day either. It might be one of those days where, depending on what kind of person you are, you might want to wear a jacket. Maybe you don't want to wear a jacket. It's just going to be kind of one of those middle-of-the-road, mild days. But even as we get to 6 p.m., just 2 hours after we reach that high, we're already dropping down again. In some places like Pontotoc, already reaching 50 degrees. So that cold air in combination with those clouds is going to mean that not a lot of warming is going to occur, and the cooling is going to be very present. It's going to be ever present. And in fact, by the time we get to about sunrise on our Thursday, we're going to be sitting in the upper 30s, maybe mid 30s in Fulton, maybe mid 30s in Coffeyville, but mid to upper 30s pretty much across the board. Very cool conditions outside for sure. And if I recall correctly, we haven't been in the 30s for at least a week now. So definitely jacket weather outside. You're going to want to pay attention to that as you're heading out the door. But I got some good news for you, is that we do have some warming on the way. As we get some more sunshine over the next few days, it's going to allow temperatures to raise a little bit, kind of a little bit of a fluctuation there due to the intermittent cloud cover. But we have a huge jump coming up early next week, and that's going to be great news for us. We got 15-degree temperature increase. That's going to allow for very beautiful conditions outside, a lot to enjoy there, lots to look forward to, and that's all part of this above average temperature trend that we're going to be experiencing, not necessarily in the reds, so that's good, but we are kind of in that comfortable median right there where we're in some oranges, we're in some much warmer temperatures than are typical for this time of year, and I'm going to be honest, I'm really going to enjoy those because I have not been enjoying these cold temperatures, especially in March. I'm ready for spring to really get into full swing. I'm ready for summer to begin and for the warmth to return. But if you want to kind of recap, it's starting cool and gloomy, some warming coming up, and kind of stalling out over the next few days as we get into our Saturday, our Sunday. Then we got that big jump on our Monday, leaving us with beautiful conditions, no rain chance. I might also add that no rain chance basically through next week until the early parts of next week, leaving us with just a lot to look forward to in a lot of spring weather to enjoy.